What we're doing at Ku-ring-gai is that we're researching at the moment our sustainability plan. So how we can care into the future for our people and our place and our environment, for our animals, for our trees, for our water, for our air and for our people. But what we're doing in developing our sustainability plan, we're actually talking to people of all ages, and that's why we really wanted to get your views on what we think, or what you think we should do to look after Ku-ring-gai in the future.
What do you mean by sustainability?
Well, really, how we can manage it well. I mean, sustainability is a bit of a misnomer in lots of ways. And so when we talk about sustainability, we talk about care of the people, the environment and the economy.
The richest man you've ever seen. My wealth is beyond your wildest dream. I'm Abu Qasim.
He's Abu Qasim. He's gone far and wide.
Environmentally, I care, but I just don't really do anything about it. It's just like, I know that people like chopping down trees and like the whole save the planet type stuff with global warming, but I don't know, I just don't bother really. It's a lot to think about.
I also think that if the government works more on the public transportation, it will encourage people to use their own cars less, so it will reduce the amount of emissions from that.
But I have to. So much to say.
I've heard somewhere that there's standby power when your TV's not on, but it's ready to go on as soon as you press the button on the remote. It makes up 5% of your electricity bills, so yeah, turning that off could save a lot of
The only
stuff.
problem with that is that if you've got like VCRs, you have to reset the clock every time if you want to tape something. So, I mean, TVs and like CD players, for some reason my CD player has a standby light, but I mean, some stuff you can turn off, but it's a little tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
Get down, go, 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 go!
Yeah, the sustainability of the arts in a community is really important. It's the only professional theatre, for example, in Ku-ring-gai. So where do people go then if they want to come and see theatre, even if it is theatre only by young people or by children or for children, but where else do they go if not into the city or to another community? So I think it's terribly important for communities to, you know, to embrace and to support that, because once it's gone, as we know, with all those other theatres that get knocked down, once it's gone, it's gone.
What's the latest on the Bush Telegraph?
Well, I reckon it's every kid's right to be able to catch a blue tongue and put it in a shoebox until they're busted by their mother and forced to put it outside. Ku-ring-gai takes this really seriously, and because of that, we're actually breeding blue tongues to ensure their long-term survival. Little ones like this one, they get hammered by, you name it, they get hammered by it. Dogs, cats, currawongs, kookaburras, snail pellets. All of these pressures are actually wiping them out before they make adulthood. So if it wasn't for our program, in 20 or 30 years, blue tongues would basically disappear from Ku-ring-gai.